I want to tell you something. Raiden Shogun is coming. What is up, guys? Name is Ray and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. So in today's video we're going to take a look at the first free-to-play 5-star character, which is Aloy. Of course, technically the Traveler is the first 5-star free-to-play character, but I hope you guys know what I mean. Traveler doesn't really count because it is the character that you start off your adventure. You or yourself, you are the Traveler, so I think that this doesn't really count that the Traveler is a 5-star. So this is the first 5-star character that they give to us, and with that character has some more special features, some more special things that are coming with the character. Of course, after Aloy, we will also want to take a look at the 4 new weapons that they just showed us yesterday. But yeah, let's take a look at Aloy first. Now, let's start off with what makes it special. So number one is this part, or that aspect in general. So that isn't related to her kit. It is related who have access to Aloy at first. So PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 users and havers and Genshin Impact players will have access to Aloy at patch 2.1. You will be able to get her for free if you just log into the game starting from patch 2.1, and the time limit will be from patch 2.1 till the end of patch 2.2. Now, you have 2 patches time to get Aloy if you are, and I want to be clear here, if you are a PlayStation user. If you are something like a mobile or PC user, so like me, then you will have access to Aloy starting from patch 2.2, and during the whole duration of patch 2.2, if you just log into the game, you get her for free. So even though if you're not considering playing Genshin Impact, or if you're like during the time you're busy or you don't play, remember my words, just log into the game and get yourself your 1 copy of Aloy during patch 2.2, because I don't think that character will return, especially if it is a character for free. Maybe she will return, I'm not too sure, but mostly if like a character in a gacha game is a collab character, then they are not very likely to return, or like just return in like over a year or 1 year. So but because Aloy is free, I would assume that she doesn't come back, as well as because she doesn't have any constellations. That is the next part that I just want to talk about. Aloy is a character that won't have constellations, so you will only be able to get that 1 copy and nothing else. So yeah, definitely make sure, if you're a PlayStation user, you have 2 months, or let's say 12 weeks time to get that character, so nearly 3 months. And if you're like a PlayStation or mobile user, definitely make sure to log in during the patch 2.2. Okay, enough talk for that. Let's go over to her abilities. Now, the thing is here, she has a normal attack combo with a 4-hit combo. The thing is, normally I don't think that normal attacks are a very important feature to talk about generally on most of the characters, but because she has a 4-hit combo, means that her multiplier should be a little bit higher, because if I'm not wrong, there shouldn't be any character with a bow that has a 4-hit combo currently in the game. So this should be the first character to have a 4-hit combo. It also seems like that her first hit is a double hit. So as you can see, it was just a double hit here. Here, charge attack shouldn't be something too special. So if you charge a little bit longer, it will deal cryo damage. Next one, Frozen Wilds, her E ability. So let's go over and read that. So kind of long passive. Aloy throws a freeze bomb in the target direction that explodes upon impact, dealing cryo damage. After it explodes, the freeze bomb will split up into many chill water bombs that explode up in contact with opponents or after a short delay, dealing cryo damage. So that sounds to me like Ganyu's E, just that it doesn't need a cooldown to explode, so it just explodes immediately. You just bomb her E, and then it like explodes immediately. Yeah, so you just say, oh, does it give really that much particles? Okay, let's watch that again. Look at the amount of particles that we get here. That's 5 particles. So if that is true, then you can use your elemental burst. So then she is a really good support already. Like giving 5 particles to your cryo character is insane. So if that is really true, then that ability is just from that really good already. So we'll deal cryo damage. Chill water that explodes opponents after a short delay dealing cryo damage. Okay, there's still that short delay, but I think the delay for Ganyu's E is way longer because it's like a couple of seconds, while short delay just means 1 to 2 seconds for me, I guess. When a freeze bomb or chill water bomblet hits an opponent, the opponent attacks is reduced and Aloy receives 1 coil stack. Aloy can give up to 1 coil stack every 0.1 seconds. So, basically just if you use that ability, you get that stack. And now the explanation for those stacks. Each stack increases Aloy's normal attack damage, so that does seem really good, but I do not know if Aloy is a character that really wants to auto attack, because most of the bow users, except for Yoimiya, don't really want to auto attack like with their abilities. Or, okay, no, forget what I'm saying. Ganyu is using charge attacks, Child is using normal attacks, but like in melee stats, and Yoimiya really does use bow auto attacks. But besides that, I mean, there's no character that normally would attack with the bow. Of course, you can play like physical, venti and stuff like that, but this is like not the optimal way to play the character. Now let's read through the coil. When Aloy has 4 coil stacks, all stacks of coil are cleared. She then enters Rushing Ice state, which further increases damage dealt by her normal attacks and converts her normal damage to cryo damage. While in the Rushing Ice state, Aloy cannot obtain new coil stacks. Coil effects will be cleared 30 seconds after Aloy leaves the field. So I assume that it should be very possible to reach 4 stacks. So when a freeze bomb or chill water bomb hits an opponent, the opponent attack is reduced and Aloy receives 1 coil stack. And you can gain 1 coil stack every 0.1 second. So I think that should happen kind of fast. Of course, depending on the cooldown of the E ability, but I think you shouldn't have a real problem to get to that passive. So you will convert all your normal attack to cryo damage. So this is basically like Changyeon E or Ayaka after she dashes. So most of the time you will only deal cryo damage and not physical damage. But here it seems like now that it is very useful that she can increase her normal attack damage, because this will also convert her cryo damage, because that damage should still count as normal attack damage. Now, the next important thing that really interests me is now her elemental burst. Alright, okay, just from the animation, that seems like Child's elemental burst in range form. Okay, pretty sure. Aloy throws a power cell filled with cryo in the targeted direction, then detonates it with an arrow, dealing AoE cryo damage. Oh, and that's already it. Okay, very easy. Just shoot and it deals a lot of cryo AoE damage. So, yeah, I think your kid's telling her that she is a DPS. You mainly want to work with this ability to convert her AoE into cryo damage, so you would deal a lot more cryo damage. Yeah, I think nothing really... I think that, like, the character is not really innovative, in my personal opinion. The character design is innovative, yeah. But I feel like the kit, there's nothing really too crazy that is flashing me. Like, when I was reading the last 2 characters, like, when I was looking at Sayu, Yoimiya, and Raiden Shogun, I was thinking, like, their kits, doesn't matter if the character is broken or not, but their kits were, like, really innovative and new. Aloy, like, seems to have a lot of things that are common with characters already existed in the game. So I don't want to tell that the character is bad, so don't get me wrong. The character is not bad at all. So because I have to get my hands on the character first before I can tell that the character is good or not. But the thing here is just that from seeing her abilities, I don't want to tell, or I don't want to say that she's bad, but I want to say that I already like know her abilities. This does look like Child's elemental burst, and this does look a little bit like Ganyu E. But yeah, we want to wait until she comes out. The most flashing thing here for me was that she does generate 5 particles with her E. Other than that, we want to really wait for multipliers in the game and want to get our hands on her, but we have to wait one more patch, so you won't see any Aloy content on my channel at least for 6 more weeks. Okay, so let's take a look at the new weapons. So first one, Engulfing Lightning. This is basically the tailor-made weapon for Raiden Shogun. So if you want to ask me if it is worth to pull for the weapon, I'd say no just from the beginning. But if you want to know if it is Raiden Shogun's best weapon, yeah, it is. The problem that I have with that weapon is that it is like only tailor-made for Raiden Shogun, you know? So that weapon is like extremely broken, like from what it can do. It gives 55.1 energy recharge, which is a valuable stat, but it is not as valuable as like other stats like crit damage, attack percentage. These stats are way more valuable on other characters, but like not on Raiden Shogun. Raiden Shogun can convert a part of her energy recharge into damage, into electro damage, if I'm not wrong. And this will really help that with that. So, and also if we go through the passive, attack is increased by 28% of energy recharge. So if you like build energy recharge, 28% of that energy recharge will be converted into attack. You can gain a maximum of 80% attack and gain 80% energy recharge for 12 seconds after using an elemental burst. So this weapon is like stupid because she can, I think also she can convert like elemental energy recharge in during her, what was it? During her elemental burst, the attacks that she deal will count as elemental burst damage, so it will also deal electro, or it will also count as electro damage. Then the stats are pretty high, so I think these stats are like well-rounded for Raiden Shogun, but are not as strong as for other characters. So a character that I can imagine the weapon would be usable on, besides of course Raiden Shogun, would be Xiangling, but even then I would like not summon that weapon to give it to my Xiangling, you know what I mean? So that weapon, insanely good for Raiden Shogun, but not that good for other characters. So just summon for there if you really into Raiden Shogun, if you really want to maximize your character. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend that weapon. I guess that other 5-star weapons, I'm not too sure. I will definitely test that, so make sure to tune in when I'm going to test that. I will also do a video on that, but I feel like that other 5-star weapons shouldn't be too far away from Engulfing Lightning. Engulfing Lightning is just so strong because it can give everything at once. It gives energy recharge, it gives attack, it gives electro damage, it gives elemental burst damage bonus. It doesn't give crit. That is a difference. So you still need to build crit on your character. And like with a crit weapon, you can like focus on energy recharge on your artifacts, but you still need crit, and that doesn't change from that weapon. That's what I assume, and that's what I will test with that weapon. Next thing, the fish weapon. This weapon sounds very strong to me. It has 454 base attack, 55.1 attack percentage, so that is pretty high. And it increases elemental burst damage by 12%. When elemental burst hits opponents, there is a 100% chance of summoning a huge onrush of unit that deals 100% attack as AoE damage. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. This one should deal physical damage. So the first character that comes in my mind that weapon is good with should be Eula. Eula should be able to use that weapon very well. Other characters, or basically Claymore characters that really want to use their elemental burst, but because that weapon seems like in the stats very generic, I also can imagine that this should work like on a character like Diluc. It should work on a character like Beidou, but I feel like one of the best users here will be Euler. But other than Euler, I think that Beidou and Diluc are really good candidates to use that weapon. I also think that Razor is a really good candidate to use that weapon. And yeah, overall seems like a very good generic weapon with a funny look. So there are a lot of people that hate that fish look, a lot of people that like that fish look. I'm one of the persons that especially like this one. I think it's kind of funny. It's something new, not always like the cool sword looks, and they give that weapon for free. So I think you do not have to worry at all. You will get that weapon at Refinement Rank 5 for free, so you can try it on multiple of your characters. And yeah, I just mentioned my assumptions. So Raiden Shogun. summoners or people that want to summon for Raiden Shogun. This is the weapon to go if you don't want to use all your Primo Gems. The catch. This weapon is also insanely good. It has 45.9% energy recharge and 510 base attack, which is really good balanced or good balanced ratio for the character Raiden Shogun. Also, I think that weapon is really good on a character like Shang Ling, on a character like Rosaria. Overall, this weapon I feel like is even better than Festering Desire. So of course we cannot compare Polyarm to a one-handed sword, but like in how well-rounded the weapon is, I feel like that this weapon is a little better than Festering Desire. It increases the elemental burst damage by 16% and elemental burst crit rate by 6%. Most of the characters that would like to use that weapon mainly want to use their elemental burst, like the characters that I mentioned, Rosaria, Shang Ling, and what was the name? Raiden Shogun, of course. I also think that this weapon can work really good on Zhongli because it gives energy recharge and elemental burst damage. I feel like it is a little more worth to use it on a character like Rosaria and Zhang Ling rather than on Zhongli. I would rather give Zhongli other weapons than this one because they profit more from their elemental burst. And yeah, if you do not have anything else, this will, I think this will be one of the best weapons for Raiden Shogun. Of course, I will get that weapon, and I will compare that weapon to the other Forza weapons, Deathmatch, Favonius Lance, and Black Cliff, just in terms of damage. So if you're interested in that, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel. Then you would see the weapon comparison between all those weapons. I will get that weapon up to level 90, and then I will compare it to all the other Forza polyarms in the game with Raiden Shogun. Yeah, next thing is the special weapon for Aloy, Predator Bow. The very interesting thing here is that the passive is only active on PlayStation. So we have 41.3% attack and 510 base attack, which are like, again, kind of very balanced stats. A little low on attack percentage, I'd say, but yeah, it should be alright because it has this passive, which I also think is really good, but it, as I said, is only active for PlayStation users, which is kind of odd for me. So dealing cryo damage to opponents increases this character's normal and charge attack by 10% for 6 seconds. You basically always deal cryo damage if you just use your E. Then you convert your auto attacks into cryo damage. So this passive will be up for basically forever. This effect can have a maximum of 2 stacks. Additionally, then Aloy equips Predator. Attack is increased by 66. So, okay, that passive is really good. Maybe I just want to read like through this distribution rules. After the version 2.1, the traveler who have reached adventure rank 20 or both can log into the game via PlayStation and obtain the weapon. After the version 2.1 update, before the version 2.3 update. So basically this is, again, what I just said at the beginning. This also is for the weapon. After 2.1 until the end of 2.2, you have time to log in to get that weapon and Aloy. Will be distributed to travelers via in-game mail. The mail will be expired after, okay? PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Travelers have reached adventuring, so I assume that we won't get that weapon on PC and mobile, so we will only get Aloy without that weapon, I guess. I'm not too sure, so if you know anything else, definitely make sure to let me know that. But from what I see here is that only PlayStation users will get that weapon, but we will get, of course, we will definitely get Aloy, but I guess without that weapon. And even though if we would get that weapon, we won't have it with the passive, which is kind of unfortunate. So PlayStation users have the advantage here. But yeah, I wouldn't really use that weapon on any other character, right? The only character that could use that would be, or there would be 2 cryo characters. So Diona, she doesn't do any damage, so she wouldn't profit from this, but Ganyu would profit from that weapon because it also increases charge attacks. So yeah, I would say Ganyu could probably use that weapon, but still though, on 4-star options, you have a lot for Ganyu. You do not need that weapon. So if you are looking for 4-star weapons on Ganyu, there are a lot of different other options. Now, with that being said, that was the last weapon. I want to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I see you guys next time. Bye.